What's more enjoyable than walking in a park on a beautiful spring day?
Watching us walk in a park together, Vanessa.
Well, if that's your idea of a good time, then you're in the right place.
Ooh.
We're exploring today on
Su Vida. Which way do you want to walk now?
There's so much to choose from. Where do we go?
Hey everybody, welcome to Su Vida. I'm JR Cardenas.
And I'm Vanessa Ramirez. You know, spring is the perfect time to go outdoors and explore. And our country's great parks make it easy because they all have something very special to offer. You know, there's some grassy meadows and areas that you can have picnics.
And others, like Papago Park here in Tempe, Arizona, are full of cacti, wildflowers, and these really cool rocks we call buttes.
The desert setting makes it quite unique, and there's a lot of things to see and do here. Take a look.
My name is Darlene Justice, and I'm one of the folks who actually started a petition to get the Papago Park preserved. Papago Park is the last of our open space in Tempe. Folks need to be able to get out and enjoy the desert, enjoy the outside. So this is all preserved for us and for the community. Some of the great things that were preserved for everybody is being able to walk on the trails, being able to hike on the trails, to mountain bike on the trails, also to be able to enjoy the wildlife that lives here. One of the things I would suggest also is that you go to Evelyn Hallman Park. We have one of the best fishing ponds in the state. People don't realize that, but it's sort of a natural little lake that gets water from the canal, and it is regularly stocked. It's really relaxing. When you are there, you don't even imagine that you're in the middle of a community, but you are. I really would like to invite folks to come to the Papago Park Preserve. This is a wonderful place to be, and as you come and you see the value of what is here, it will also help to preserve this for all of us. Remember, this went to the voters of the city of Tempe, and they unanimously went and voted for it. Papago Park is really important. I hope you all come and visit. You will love seeing the beautiful park. You will love seeing the beautiful desert. And the only thing we ask is that you stay on the trails. That's important in that for the preservation of the park. This is a regional park, and so you are really encouraged to come and enjoy it, and you will be amazed at the things that you see and how wonderful it is to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city and come walk through this beautiful preserve.
Papago Park is beautiful and worthy of exploration. And when you visit, you might see the O'Connor House, home of retired Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor and her husband, John. And Sarah Suggs is the president and CEO of the Sandra Day O'Connor Institute, and she joins us today. Muchas gracias.
De nada, bienvenido.
It's a beautiful house.
Thank you very much.
Which one will be my room?
Well, we'll show you. You can take your pick.
Perfect. Let's do it after the interview.
Okay.
All right, so I got a couple of questions to ask you, but thank you for having us here. It is a gorgeous.
Thank you. It is a testament to the O'Connors, no question.
So tell me, how does the O'Connor Institute honor the legacy of Sandra Day O'Connor?
She founded it in 2009, and we advance her legacy of three things: civil discourse, civic engagement, and civics education. Those are our three pillars.
So why focus on civics education?
Most Americans can't name the three branches of government today, but they can name the American Idol finalists or what have you. So it's a fundamental to all generations that they understand how our system of government works and the important role they play as citizens, being part of it.
So the Institute sponsors an annual Chats and Chalupa event.
Well, Chats and Chalupas is really based on what Justice O'Connor did when she was living in this home back in the state Senate. She was the first majority leader in the United States, another first, and she was an excellent cook, has been all her life, especially Mexican food. And so when she was in the Senate, her colleagues would sometimes, believe it or not always see eye to eye on both sides of the aisle. And she always found that it's When you have a meal and you share a meal with someone, it's very easy to become friends, and therefore when you're friends with someone, it's easier to work with them, and in her case, advance legislation or work for the betterment of Arizona. So her Senate colleague, Alfredo Gutierrez, and then Burton Barr would come to her home. She'd invite members of both sides. She'd say, come on out, we're going to have beer and margaritas and Mexican food, and we're going to figure it out. So decades later, here we are, and members of the state legislature approached us and said, you know, we heard that the justice had colleagues, and when she would make Mexican food, I go, yes. Do you think we can do that? I said, absolutely. So today we use her recipes. We had one recently. We had members of the House, the Senate, Republicans, Democrats, leadership. We served her recipes. We had beer and wine. They all sat, we mixed up all the tables, so they all sat together. Many of them had never met. Most of them had never shared a meal. And it was wonderful. They just got along so well. And at least in this home, they call it Switzerland. And we're going to continue that tradition. We've done it for years.
So we're all very proud of our Arizona hero, Justice O'Connor, and the O'Connor Institute is such a fitting legacy. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with more Su Vida right after this.
Su Vida is brought to you by Chicanos por la Causa. Join the cause for change.
Welcome back to Su Vida. We're at Papago Park in Tempe, Arizona today, where you'll find the O'Connor House. The home retired Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor and her husband John built in the 1950s.
And which today is preserved by the O'Connor Institute, an organization founded by the Justice with the mission of advancing civil discourse, civic engagement, and civics education.
The home is a beautiful adobe structure, and inside you'll find examples of the O'Connor's love of Native American art.
The Frank Lloyd Wright-inspired architecture really sets it off. And if you love handcrafted items, you need to check out the Small Goods Market.
Small Goods Market is a coffee bar featuring locally made gifts and art, all by Arizona artists and makers, located inside Purple Elephant Cakes in Goodyear, Arizona. We started Small Goods Market because Benny and I both had our own side businesses. We were always looking for a place to sell our products. We thought it would be cool to provide a space where local makers could come and all sell their products in one place, sort of a market for local makers. When we first started, we did a call for artists and makers on Instagram and social media. We had a way bigger response than we thought we would, so we literally met with artists one-on-one to look at what they sell and see if it would fit with the vibe of our store. Some of our most popular brands that we carry, the Teal Ben's Coffee, the Behave Honey. We have art products by Melody Smith, who's a local artist, but she's sold all over the country. Cafe Emporos features Korean-style pour-over coffee, which is amazing if you've never tried it. We also carry Not Knitted, which are like crocheted goods, mostly like cactus and succulent-style decorations for the home. Two local jewelers, which is Red Heart Jewelry and a Tattered Heart Studio. Krista Hill and Melissa Balkin are some local artists that sell originals and prints in our store. We have a lot of great people from all over the valley. We think it's really important to give back to the community. We've done school supply drives for certain classrooms throughout the valley. We did a Christmas ornament sale. All items were made by students at local schools. Every day, military and first responders get 15% off all of their cold beverages here at Small Goods Market. We really think it's important that we give back because people have supported us so much. We understand there's many local artists here in the valley doing great work. Always open to talking with you. Feel free to message us directly on Instagram or Facebook. We'll get back with you. We invite you to come. We're open from 11 to 7, Tuesday through Friday, and from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays.
You know, shopping always makes me hungry.
Jer, everything makes you hungry.
That is true. I need something fast, something fresh, and something delicious.
Well, it sounds like then you need Yoshinoya Japanese Kitchen.
That sounds good.
Yoshinoya Japanese Kitchen is a modern take on traditional rice bowls. We believe in fresh ingredients and quick service at a price that won't break the bank.
When my kids were little, we had lived in California, and there was one around the corner, so we were very familiar with bringing the little kids there. And then out today, my daughter, grown, now we're bringing the grandson today. And as you can see, yeah, he's going to eat it all today.
I love the fact that it's fresh. I love the fact that they don't use that many alternative ingredients. It's very natural in regards to how they season their food.
Yoshinoya is known for the original beef bowl, which are marbled pieces of beef that are braised in a savory soup. Yeah, it's a very old recipe, true to the original roots, made in Japan. The soup is made with wine and really savory notes of beef with a little sweetness of onion.
Oh, it's great. It's really good food.
Fantastic. Tastes great.
Food's amazing. It's really good. What do you think, Charlie? Do you like it?
I don't know.
Do you like it?
I don't know.
Ethan, do you like it?
Yeah. He likes it.
Good, Anthony?
Really good price, good quality.
At Yoshinoya, you get a complete meal. You start with your base, a rice or a noodle, and then you add your protein to it, which could be shrimp, beef, chicken, fish. And then on top of that, you can also get your veggie on the side. So it really is a complete meal.
Some of our new menu items were developed specifically for the San Diego market, such as Asian salad, garden salad, our yakisoba noodles, and the steak and peppers, which I'll prepare for you right now. The steak has been pre-marinated with soy sauce and other seasonings to make a really tasty meal. We're gonna let that steak cook a little bit. So now we're gonna flip the steak. And next we add a blend of diced onions, red bell peppers, and green bell peppers. And now we'll add our Serrano chili garlic sauce. And now we'll mix everything up. And this is our new steak and peppers.
In addition to our many menu items that we launch every year, we have plans to also open more locations. We currently have 102 locations in the United States, and we have plans to open 80 more in the next 5 years.
Well, it's fresh. You know, it's not pre-processed. So it's good. The flavor is always good.
Whether you're a chicken eater, Chinese, there's potatoes, rice. I think there's something here for everybody.
Don't go away because Su Vida will be right back after these messages. Su Vida Musica is powered by Mega 104.3 and 101.1 The Beat. Welcome back to Su Vida, brought to you by Chicanos por la Causa. I'm Vanessa Ramirez.
And I'm J.R. Cardenas. And today, we're at the O'Connor House, part of the O'Connor Institute, an organization founded by the Arizona cowgirl and former Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, with the mission of advancing her legacy.
One of the ways they accomplish that is with Camp O'Connor. It's a free 5-day summer camp program for middle school students which strives to educate, encourage, and inspire the next generation of leaders.
It's a great organization with similar goals to those of CPLC, Chicanos por la Causa, which is celebrating their 50th anniversary. Now, CPLC is changing lives every day. Just ask Luis.
I had just finished my freshman year in high school. It was a Friday night, going home, just finished playing basketball with some friends. About to cross the street, wrong place at the wrong time. Bullets were flying, I got hit. I got 3 in my leg, 1 in my back, and 1 on my side. You would think the one in the back's the one that hurt me. No, it was the one on the side. It was a couple inches off my heart. So I'm lucky to be alive. I woke up 5 days later to my doctor saying, never gonna walk again. Something I'll never forget. I was 14. I don't know, I was emotional, I was crying. I was young. I thought I had my whole life ahead of me. You know, I was a good football player, I was a good basketball player, I was athletic. I'm 6'2", you know, my whole we're all tall. And yeah, it changed my life. 6 months of physical therapy, 2 months of just sitting in the hospital bed, recovering from all the injuries. I missed all my sophomore year. I went back to school my junior year. Not enough credits. I wasn't going to graduate my class. It just wasn't working for me. My education, I just put a pause on it. I just went ahead and focused myself on working, and never thought about going back to school at that time. I was working with this organization for about 10 years. I went in for a promotion. I applied for it, and I went through the interview process, and when they asked me for my high school diploma or my GED, I didn't have it at the time. So they let me go because I didn't have my high school diploma or my GED. It was hard because I'm a family man. I have my wife, I have my daughter. I had to provide for them. Instead of putting myself in a pity mood or anything, I decided to go back to school. So I came upon CPLC. I saw the GED sign. I said, GED classes. I was like, oh, okay. And I called. Next week I came in for orientation. It was God sent. It was ready there for me. As soon as I came to CPLC, I felt like home. I felt like I belonged. I was in those books, studying my math, algebra, geometry, you name it, writing how to learn how to write essays. And my instructor here was amazing. And I got my GED in 2 months. I heard there was a position opened up here at CPLC, and I applied, and it has opened up many doors for me. Got promoted here, so it's a life-changing. After your GED, you will see many doors open. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful daughter. My daughter just made the basketball team, so we're all excited. Got my keys for my first house. Became a first-time home buyer. So happy about it. And if it wasn't for Chicanos por la Causa and the community center here, I don't think I would be in this position. It's an amazing organization. We help everybody that's in need, either adult education, coming to get their GED, or learning how to use the basic computer skills. My chair has not defined me to just one thing. If you keep your head down, you're never going to see what's in front of you. And at the same time, I had my head down, but as soon as I picked it up, CPLC was there.
What an amazing turnaround. We wish Luis and his family all the best.
Indeed. Hey, today we get to introduce a really cool segment on the show called Enfocado,
which translates to In Focus. And what's in focus this month is all the outstanding entertainment that you'll find on Univision and Stars.
Univision has some great novelas like Las Dos Caras de Ana or Ni Contigo Ni Sin Ti, and the much more loved Mañana es para siempre.
It's the story of Fernanda, the youngest daughter of a successful businessman, and Eduardo, the son of his housekeeper.
The two were raised together and in spite of their class differences, are joined by a love that is pure and innocent.
And if the story ended there, it wouldn't be much of a novela.
That's right. There are twists and turns, great passions, jealousy, unscrupulous women,
conniving men, all the ingredients that go into a great novela.
And you can binge on all these great shows and more when you subscribe to the Cox Latino Pack.
And don't miss the hugely popular show Vida on the Stars channel. I love that show. Season 2 focuses on Lynn and Emma as they try to rebuild their mother's legacy in East LA.
Make sure to catch up on Season 1 of Vida, available on demand, and watch all the episodes of the new season May 23rd.
Don't go away. We have more Su Vida coming up right after this.
Restaurant and food segments on Su Vida are brought to you in part by El Pollo Loco.
Welcome back to Su Vida. I'm J.R. Cardenas. Today we're at Papago Park at the O'Connor house, which was home to Sandra Day O'Connor, her husband John, and their 3 children.
Yeah, and today it's preserved by the O'Connor Institute. The architecture is beautiful, and I can get a feel of the family life the couple enjoyed within those walls.
Now, on another show, you will see how this house, which was originally built in what is now called Paradise Valley, was moved to its present location, brick by Adobe Brick.
It is truly an amazing story. But first, if you feel that your house needs a little makeover, then you need to check out American Freight Furniture. Take a look.
American Freight Furniture and Mattress was established in 1993, and for the past 25 years we've been helping customers save money on quality furniture and mattresses. American Freight Furniture and Mattresses offers low prices on quality furniture every day, so that way the consumer doesn't have to wait for a sale. We also offer a low price match guarantee. The most important things you should consider when purchasing new furniture is price, style, and value. We have over 160 locations and we are still growing. We offer our showroom and warehouse all in one, so you can receive same-day pickup or delivery on any in-stock item. So we have the best layaway. You come in, pick out what you like, put down whatever you feel comfortable with, and you pay on it every 2 weeks until you're ready. You can take as long as you need, up to 24 months, and there's no charge. We believe the best way to buy furniture is to try it before you buy it. With online purchasing, you can't actually touch or feel the furniture. Here at American Freight, you can come in, sit on the furniture, pick out the one you like the best, and get it that same day. How something looks online can be very different than what it looks like in person. Plus, trying it before you buy it avoids the hassle of a return process.
Well, Vanessa, we have reached the end of the show.
Already?
Already, yes. We want to thank you for hanging out with us today.
And we want to thank the O'Connor Institute not only for hosting us, but for the important work they do and bringing people together. I mean, they have dinners here.
I know they have chats and chalupas.
Oh, amazing.
I know, chalupas. Anyways, they bring people together. That's what we do.
We do. I love it.
Yes. We'll see you next time right here on
Su Vida. So where are we going to go next?
Chats and chalupas. I just told you.
Chalupas?